Hello everyone, welcome to the first class of GuruCool's e-learning. Today we are going to read the very first chapter of history, weavers, iron smelters and factory owners. When I tell these three words, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? The first thing that should come to your mind is industrial revolution. And when we talk about industrial revolution, Britain, or as we know it as the Great Britain, the one which colonized half of the world, is the father of industrial revolution because a lot of the industrial revolution took shape and started taking shape from Britain itself. That is why we claim that England started the cotton textile industry and thus which began the industrial revolution. Britain is also known as the workshop of the world because at that time a lot of textile industry were booming largely in Britain. Now, keeping Britain aside, let's focus on India. At the time when Britain was booming with its textile industry, the Portuguese first came in search of spices and they landed in Calicut off the Kerala coast of southwest India. India had, with the emergence of the Portuguese, have now become a hub for a lot of international trade. Surat emerged as one of the most important ports in India. Why do you ask Surat became one of the important ports of India? Because Surat was well connected to the Western world. If you have the world map in your head, you can see people coming from all European countries touch the coast of India at Surat, and thus Surat gave them the prime position to take the goods from India and put it to their Western market and bring textile goods from their industrialized Western market to bring to the Indian subcontinent. What in turn became problematic is that this industrial revolution hit a huge dent on the local weavers, the people who were working on khadi, the people who were manually making textiles in India were hit really hard with this. What is more important is that this century was one of the most prime century of biggest discoveries. Michael Faraday within this century discovered electricity and electromagnetism. In 1720, the British government enacted legislation banning printed cotton textiles in England. This act was known as Calico Act. Another important invention was spinning jenny, invented by John Kai in the year 1764. Steam engine, which can be considered as one of the most pivotal inventions of industrial revolution because trains were largely used to transport produce goods from one place to another place. Steam engines was discovered by Richard Arkwright in 1786. Few of the key terms in this chapter that we have to keep in mind are the textile names. The very first textile we have muslin. It is a finely woven textile, right? And then we have calico, which was the general name for all cotton textiles. Other name is for the textile is chint, which is a cloth with small and colorful flowery design. Now focusing in India, woods is a very special type of high carbon steel that was discovered in this period. And why is woods relevant? Woods is a steel that was used to make Tipu Sultan's sword, right? And then agarias, a community of iron smelter in Chhattisgarh, also were highlighted during this time. Now, when we are shifting from textile to iron industry, one very important milestone should always be remembered. Tata Iron and Steel Company came to beginning producing steel in India in 1912, and this came to its shape in this very state of Jamshedpur, Jharkhand. Right now, I'm going to ask you guys few questions just to revise. If you guys listen carefully, I'm going to place a question and then give you a pause to answer yourself, and then I'm going to say the answer. Right? The first question for you guys is Industrial Revolution started from, and your options are India, England, America, and China. This is the very first thing that I begin with the lecture with. Go on, please answer. Yes, the correct answer is England. Now, moving to the next question. Industrial Revolution started with what are the components are we focusing on? What is the thing that industrial revolution started with, right? Your options are A, iron steel industry, B, silk industry, C, cotton textile industry, D, all of the above. Can you answer it? Yep, the right answer is cotton textile industry. What is known as the workshop of the world? Remember the very first line that we talked in our lecture. Your options are India, A, B, England, C, America, D, China. And the correct answer is England. Now, the next question, a cloth with small and colorful flowery design. That was the last part of the lecture if you have listened carefully. And your options are calico, A, B, muslin, C, chint, D, cosaces. And the correct answer is chint. Your next question is Tipu Sultan's sword was made of which kind of steel? And your options are A, copper, B, steel, C, brass, D, wood steel. And the correct answer is wood steel. Your next question is who discovered electricity and electromagnetism? This is one of the very important questions, guys. Listen carefully. Option A, Michael Faraday. B, Richard Arkwright. C, John Kai. D, none of the above. Think, think, think. Yep, the right answer is Michael Faraday. Your next question is Tata Iron and Steel Company that came up beginning producing steel in which year? And your options are A, 1914, B, 1912, C, 1911, D, 1936. And the correct answer is 1912. Your last question from this chapter is Tata Iron and Steel Company is situated in which place of India? Your options are A, Bihar, B, Jharkhand, C, Chhattisgarh, and D, Madhya Pradesh. The correct answer is Jharkhand. Thank you. I hope you guys prepare this chapter well. There are a lot more other important, relevant things that I might have missed. But yeah, these are the most important things that you guys should cover from this chapter. All the best for the exams. Thank you.